Morning, everyone. My name is Stacy Belinsky, and I am the founder and CEO of Serendipity Spot, LLC. The idea for Serendipity Spot began with a previous business idea, and that one literally began with a dream. I woke up one morning with the idea to empower women. And at the time, I was highly involved in the startup community, and there was a meetup that night. And even though that's vague, I brought it up, and their suggestion was to have me pitch at another event similar to what I'm doing today to help get feedback from the audience. And as it probably sounds right now, I was nervous at the time and invited everyone who I could think of to come. So a woman in the audience mentioned Mothership Hacker Moms, and to check this out. And Mothership Hacker Moms is a modified makerspace out in California for moms of any gender. So that tip, Mothership Hacker Moms, brought me into the maker world. And I not only started a business, but I was accepted into Starting Gate, Western Michigan University's Student Business Accelerator. So for the next year, I had the support and hosted or was a part of many events. Eventually, I reevaluated, thinking about, is this about the people, which is what the current focus was, or is it about the place? So there was a lot of magic that happened when people were brought together. And after thinking about it, especially being involved in the local makerspace that started in 2016, I decided that it was more about the place and began Serendipity Spot in 2019. So you might be wondering, what is it that I actually do? And this is part of what I'm trying to define better also. So besides, as mentioned earlier, the focus was on empowering women, and that continues, but it's also about supporting makers and entrepreneurs of any gender, and also stress relief. And in fact, when I was in the Kalamazoo JCs, I ran a project for coloring for stress relief about 15 years ago or so, and from that idea that also had its own inspiration story, I wanted to do my own. So I did create my first coloring book, and what I haven't done is been able to successfully have the events. And one of the things that I'm looking for is a space where the price can be negotiable or is free. Other kinds of stress relieving activities that I've done include crafting, such as loom knitting, like the hat that I'm wearing. But then it ends up, I'll have a bunch of hats or fingerless gloves or similar. I'm also a photographer, and in fact, the drawings for the coloring book are based on photos that I took of the hot air balloons, which is the theme of this particular book. And I'm also a writer, and I've been a part of 2 collaborative books recently. So I'd say Crafting and writing are also personal stress relievers, but all of this hasn't equaled much in revenue, so I haven't had an income source, especially primary. So stress relief has also become important in my life because I found out that I have an autoimmune disease. So I've left my job recently, and that way, if there's a flare up, because stress is part of that, then one reason for doing Serendipity Spot is to be able to handle it better. So I've loved the magic of the Serendipity Spot, and I'm looking for feedback today that will help keep it growing. So, thank you.